So yesterday I went to 7 different Nike outlets and I'm going to show you exactly what I look for at Nike. Keep in mind, I've done hundreds of thousands of dollars reselling in person at Nike outlets all over the US. So I'm showing you exactly what I look for in this video. So the first thing I like to do when I go to Nike is figure out what discount they're having. Right now, Nike was having a 30% discount on top of everything on their back wall, so their clearance wall, as well as other items in the store. So there's a ton of savings. On top of that, I use discount codes like 15% off Nike to save even more money. So in this video, if you hear me saying, hey, I got a shoe, for $100, but in reality, it looks like it was for 150, chances are I'm using like a 30% discount and then a 15% discount on top of it. So once I know what discounts are there, I love to walk to the back wall and find the best deals. I like the back wall a lot because it's a lot of random things. But once I scan the back wall in every single size, then I'll go through the middle aisles. And the middle aisles at these outlets that I went to yesterday were absolutely cooking. Let me show you what I found. So on the first Nike store I went to, I found these soccer cleats that retailed for $300, which is absolutely crazy, which means they're a very premium shoe. And if you didn't know, Nike boxes with the silver boxes, soccer shoes with the silver boxes, are their premium style soccer boots. Okay. So anyways, these shoes were $300. As you can see, they are marked down to 170, which is already really, really cheap. And then on top of that, they were 30% off. So just by seeing that, in my experience, I've sold tons of soccer shoes in the past. I knew this was going to be a good deal. And after all discounts, it would bring it down to around 100-ish. So again, on those soccer boots alone, I was paying 101 for a shoe that retailed $300. So for perspective, if I just bought it for 100 and sold it for 300, I would make $200 profit, obviously, right? But that's what's going through my mind as a reseller when I'm trying to flip this stuff. What is the retail to the, the price I'm paying? What's the difference there? And then obviously checking the market. I'll show you guys the market on the shoe. It is very, very strong. In fact, I had 2 pairs listed during that trip and I sold them before I even got home because I had listed them already and 2 pairs already sold. Literally didn't have to do anything else. I was driving to the other outlets while they were selling. It was awesome. Now, and I might have sold myself even short on those, but I still ended up making around $50 a pair on those, which was awesome. And again, for some bigger sizes and different sizes there, you could be looking at selling them easily for $200 bucks plus, especially if you're on platforms like eBay. These are going for $200 all day on eBay. The other thing I wanted to point out is if my math's right, there was 22 different pairs there. I obviously didn't buy them all, but now after I've sold a lot of them, I probably wish I did. And anyways, 22 pairs there. There could have been more in the back. And if you're making $50 a pair on them, which is what you could do easily on the low end, this was a super easy flip. I mean, you're looking at over $1,000 in profit just from that one shelf there, right? Which is what a lot of people want to make just in 1 month of reselling. So pretty awesome. When you find one good flip, make sure you hit it in bulk. So now you have an idea of some of the shoes that I am looking for. I'm going to show you the shoes that I'm not. I'm not paying attention to shoes that have slow sales volume, that don't have big discounts, and that aren't the most profitable, obviously, right? So for example, I found a pair of the LeBron's graffiti. I can't remember if it's like the 8 or whatever, but it was LeBron graffitis at the outlet and they were $240 with no discounts. I'm like, you got to be an idiot to pay $240 for this shoe because I found it at another outlet for $100. And again, no one was touching these, right? However, you guys might think your outlets suck. That was in one store. The same store, I went to another aisle and I found these other LeBrons, which are the newer versions, the LeBron 21s, for $70 plus 30% off, plus 15% off, which is crazy. So let's just pretend this shoe you can't get 15% off. You're just going to get the 30. You'd still be saving $21 a pair. All right, so you're paying $49 per pair on a shoe that retails $200. That's a super quick moving shoe. I mean, these LeBrons are super popular. So I ended up buying 10 pairs of these. It was the easiest bulk deal of my life. There was no reason why I wouldn't buy that many. There was other pairs too. There's probably about 15 pairs there. I left probably 5 to maybe a little bit more. I left 5 to 7 back. I didn't want to buy them all though because again, a lot of them were like 9s and 9.5s. So I already had a few pairs and I was like, whatever, I don't need to buy them. However, if you're like me and you're a good reseller and you have a lot of capital, $50 shoe is not going to tie you back too much. It's better to just buy that and sell it in the future for 70 to 100. It is the easiest flip of your life. You would make 40% ROI, no doubt about it. So that was another really, really great flip. And now I know you're probably wondering, Caden, how do you figure out what these go for? Well, in store, almost every platform, StockX, Goat, Alias, eBay, all these platforms I just mentioned, Goat twice, have a scanning feature. So I literally just take out my phone, I scan the barcode on the shoebox, and then boom, it'll pop up and show me everything, that they go for. So I'll give you an example and I'll show you what I do, with the soccer cleats here. So I can, again, show in the video, I just scan it. I'm doing this at home, but I scan it. And then you can see, again, what it's going for on Alias. You can choose whatever size you want. The soccer cleats were really great because there was like every size there. I know the video won't show it very well because I wasn't super close up, but any size available that you really wanted, so you can kind of pick and choose, and yeah, that'd be a great flip. Another quick tip that I thought I would throw in here, if you ever see a shoe like those soccer cleats, you can see there was a few sizes that haven't sold in a while. They weren't really listed, they haven't sold in a while. That's because there were none of them listed, right? They had sold though, so you could see the past sales. So For a shoe like that, if there's no like recent sales history, but the shoe hasn't been listed, that's probably why. And to me, that's a really good sign. That means the shoe's sold out, but there's no supply on the market. So people want this shoe. And that's why my shoe sold so quick, because people wanted the shoe badly. There's just no supply on the market. So when I got it and I listed it, and specifically if I listed those size, they would sell super, super quickly as well. And don't worry, that's not all. I don't just buy the bricks and the soccer cleats or whatever. I also buy no-brainer shoes like these Jordan 1s. I found these sitting at the outlet and I was like, dang, I haven't seen these in a while because these released, I think, 2 years ago. So it was pretty sweet to see. Grabbed it. Wasn't B grade, wasn't anything. It was, totally fine. And it was listed at like 70 bucks. I'm like, this is a perfect shoe. Great price. I got, they didn't have 30%. No, I did. I think I did. No, I didn't get 30% off. I got 15%. This was from a clearance store. So clearance stores work a little bit differently. They don't have the sales that like the regular Nikes will have, but the shoes are already discounted. It's like that shoe was already listed at like 80 bucks, 70 bucks. I didn't care that it didn't have a discount because I could still throw a 15 on it. It's already cheap. You know what I mean? So anyways, really, really good price on those. So I love that Jordan 1, got those for 68 bucks. Again, they go for around 130, 140. Not a hard sale. Those are really, really popular. One shoe that I think a lot of you guys would walk by just because maybe you're not knowledgeable about the golf space were these Eastside Golf Jordan 6s. I've seen these pretty frequently, but not for this price. I was able to get it for, I think, what was it, $80. Super, super cheap. This shoe's selling for around 200 to 160. So there's a good chance I'm going to double my money on this size. Sadly, they had an 11.5 there too, which is a way better size. I mean, I got a 10, which is still good, but they had 11.5, and the 11.5 was listed at like 170. For some reason, I don't know why they had a different sticker on it. And I even asked an employee, I'm like, hey, can you price match? And she's like, no, it's different size, different price. I'm like, that doesn't make sense, but okay. And anyways, I wasn't able to go for that one. So hey, chalked it up, but still, by getting the size 10, 80 bucks, really, really good profit on this one. Super easy flip. By the way, one quick tip, always buy t-shirts at your clearance stores. This shirt was $10. I know it's reversed, but it says see you later. And it's super sick, right? See you later, alligator. 10 bucks. If you buy this type of stuff, it also makes your stores not think you're a reseller. So when I'm buying like a t-shirt with, a certain amount of shoes, I don't look like a flipper. I just look like a normal guy. And they often treat you a lot better and might even help you get more stuff, in the future when you go back. There's a ton of really good deals at these stores. I didn't settle with everything. I wasn't going to spend tons and tons of money, but I was happy with what I bought, and it was a really, really profitable trip. Super fun too. So I was super glad with it, and yeah, I'd definitely do it again. That's why I love in-store sourcing. I've been doing this for like over 3 years, almost 4 years now. In-store sourcing is just super fun. It's always a scavenger hunt. You never quite know what you're going to find unless you use an in-store monitor. So I did actually use my Nike in-store monitor. That's a part of my Reselling Accelerator group. And inside of it, it'll tell me any Nike store in the US, specifically the stores that I went to, whatever restocks there. So that was really useful because I was able to see beforehand, hey, what's there, and get notified for it. So that's, again, really, really useful. If you guys want tools like that, check out the link in the description. I have a free access to our course in there too, so you guys can check that out too. But yeah, super useful when you're reselling. So that's pretty much what I look for when I go to Nike outlets and how I do it. I wasn't able to show every single flip in this video, but there's a ton of them, and that's pretty much the premise of it, right? I go, I scan items, I look it up what I need to, I see the volume on it, right? And then I make decisions based on that. If you guys do have any other questions about it, feel free to shoot me a message on Instagram. On my YouTube channel, I do have other videos showing how to sell on StockX, go all these other platforms individually. So if you need specific guides for that, just check out my YouTube. You guys are already on it. It's going to be super useful for you. But yeah, if you guys found value in this video or found it entertaining, feel free to like and subscribe. Love to have you as a subscriber. And other than that, guys, I'll see you later. Have a good one.